Very good afternoon, dear students. In the last classes, I had given you one assignment that is based on complex number. So very few of you have done that programming completely, but most of the students were having problem. So in today's class, first of all, I would like to discuss that assignment first. Then I'll move on to the new topic. Okay. So the question was, create a class called complex for performing arithmetic with complex number. Okay. So what do you mean by arithmetic for complex number? Say you have two complex number a plus ib. Okay. Another complex number is suppose c plus id. Okay. So what we have to do? We have to perform arithmetic. Arithmetic means we can add, we can subtract, we can multiply it, we can divide it. Okay. So in this program, we are going to do only addition and subtraction. Okay. So some hints are given. That means how you are going to proceed with the programming. Okay. So let us see what are the hints given in the question. Okay. And remember in your examination, whether it is practical examination or whether it is theory examination, if question will be asked from this class and object programming, then you will get exactly this kind of information. And while doing your programming, you have to follow the information given in the question. Clear? Okay. Now let us see what are the information given here. Okay. So you can see here, write a program to test your class. Okay. Complex number have the form. So all of you have done this complex number in school level also, in first year also. Okay. Real part plus imaginary part into I. Okay. Use double variable to represent private data of class. मतलब हम लोग का जो प्राइवेट डाटा मेंबर होगा उसका टाइप होगा डबल. Okay. Provide public members function for each of the following. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे हम लोगों को बोल रहा है कि you create a member function called complex number. Okay. Addition for two number. Okay. The real part are added together and imaginary part are added together. That means suppose जो मैंने example दिया था a plus ib, first complex number, second one is suppose c plus id. तो according to this option A, they are telling us that the real part, first complex number का real part क्या था A, second complex number का real part क्या था C. That means out of the two complex number, we have to add the real part of both the complex numbers. Say real part will be A plus C. Same concept goes for imaginary part also. That means in the first matrix, the imaginary part was B, and in the second complex number the imaginary part was what, D. So while adding, our imaginary part will be B plus D into I. Okay. Same concept goes for subtraction also. That means here we have to create a function, member function, to read the real part and imaginary part, because we don't know what are the real part value and what are the imaginary part value. I'm just giving you A, B and C, D. Okay. So we need actual value. Okay. And at last we have to print the complex number. Print the complex number means the resultant complex number. Say we have a complex number. I'm giving you here. Say we have a complex number 2 plus 3 I. Okay, this is one complex number. I want to add this complex number. Say complex number which suppose 5 plus 6 I. Okay. So what will be the resultant complex number? That we are going to display it. Okay. That means suppose 5 plus, see you can see here first complex number का real part 2 है, second का 5 है. So 5 plus 2 how much? 7 plus. You can see here imaginary 3i plus 6i. That means it will be 9i. That means our program will display this complex number only. Okay. Some of you are will confused, like what will be the value of I. See, my dear students, in this program we are not going to find exact value of I and multiply the final result. Okay, here we are just going to display the resultant complex number in this form. Okay, so let us proceed with this programming. Okay, so let's create a new project. So uh, okay, say complex number. Okay, next. Okay, okay, now uh, go back to our question. They ask create a class called complex. So let's create the class first. Class complex. Okay, so it is keyword. Okay, this will be user defined. Done. Okay, so under private section we have to read the real part and imaginary part. That means to read imaginary real part and imaginary part we need variable, and remember we have two complex number. That means we'll have two real number and we'll have two imaginary number. For that we have to create the variable. Okay, and type of the variable is what? Double. You can see here they are giving us hints. Use double variable to represent the private members. Okay, so we are going to use double. Double say real part 1 R1 and real part 2 R2. Okay, then imaginary 1, suppose imaginary 2. Okay, done. And for adding real part we have to declare the result variable. Say for adding real part, say sum real, sum r. Okay, and another one is suppose sum I for some imagination. Okay, now we have to create a member function for reading this real and imaginary part. Okay, so suppose void read, void read, or you can use set method. Okay, if you use set method, then uh, uh, what you can say, from the main we have to give the what actual value. Say let's say we are going to use the set method. Say set complex. Okay, here we are going to pass from the main function, so we need argument. How many argument? We need 4 argument. Okay, so suppose double uh, double suppose R1 double R2 I1 say I2. Let's change this name, suppose RL. This is suppose RL2 IM, just to indicate this is real and imaginary part. I hope you clear, this part is clear to you all. Now let's define this member function. Okay, so RL1 equal to what? R1. Okay, so it will be in R1. Then RL2 equal to R2. Then IM1 equal to suppose I1. IM2 equal to, that means imaginary part 2 equal to I2. Okay, then we have to add. For that, void add complex. Okay, add complex. So here how we are going to add the complex number? Say you see here, for addition we are giving here sum r. Okay, so sum sum r equal to real part will be added like uh, RL1 plus RL2. So RL1 plus RL2. Same way, sum I will be equal to IM1 plus IM2. Okay, done. Next, our job is to display. Subtraction is easy. If I don't show you, also you can do it by yourself. Okay, so you can see here sum R, sum I. Okay, in place of plus, you just give here minus and add another number function for subtraction. I hope you can do it. Okay, now our job is to display what complex. Okay, so uh, here we are going to display the resultant complex number equal to, so we have to see out the real part will be in sum r, so sum r. Okay, we have to display the resultant complex number in the form of suppose a plus ib, right? So sum r will give the a value. Okay, then we have to display plus symbol here. Then what, then we have to display sum r plus sum I, imaginary part, sum I. Okay, then we have to display here the I symbol. Okay, dl. Okay, so now let's create the object for this function. Say complex, suppose c, object name is c suppose. So now we have to set the value, set the complex real and imaginary part. So c dot set, right? So we are going to set the value here, set complex. So this, since this is a double number, so let's say 4.0. I hope you all know what's double is what, the it's like floating point value only, but double will hold the bigger floating point value. Okay, so suppose the first real number is 4.0, second is suppose 7.0. Okay, say I'm giving here 6 and here I'm giving 7. Okay, and then imaginary part is suppose 9.3, sorry 2, you can give any, then give any number. Okay, so now value will be set. Next we have to call the add complex number for addition. Okay, so c dot add complex number. So this will add the real part and imaginary part. After this we have to display, that means c dot display. That's all. Okay, now let's save it, let's run the program. What are the error? Their error double r has not been declared. Okay, so there is a mistake. So this is double. Save it, let's run the program again. What is the okay, I2 was not declared. Where is I2? Okay, so I have not given here I2. So now let's save it and let's run the program. Okay, so you can see here the resultant complex number colon 13.3 plus 16i. So you can add this value whether we are getting or not. 13 point, so you can see here. So real part is what? 4.7 and 8, 12. Yes, 13.3 you can see here, and you can see here 9.2 and 6.8. So this will give 15, 16. Okay, so this is the program. It was very simple. Some students they told me that, sir, you used to explain the simple programming only and used to give us the complex as assignment, the complex one as assignment. Okay, so my dear students, now you see whether this is complex or not. Okay, so uh, your fault is what? You never used to go through the question properly. Okay, by looking this question, yes, it may be complex. As I already informed you in the last classes also, that just go through it properly. Okay, try to understand what they are asking you. Okay, then you proceed with programming is not like that. Just you are getting the okay complex number, you without having any idea you are doing the programming. That is not like that. Okay, first you have to analyze what they are asking, what what is the logic we have to apply, what are the logic we are going to apply. Okay, then you, once the logic is clear, then you proceed with the programming practical portion. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you all. Okay, uh, my dear students, go through this video. Okay, I'm going to upload another video that will be based on inline function. Okay, thank you.